Of course, there will always be voices telling you that you are foolish to believe that you are swans, insisting that you are but ugly ducklings and that you can't expect to become anything else. But you know better. You are no ordinary beings. You are glorious and eternal. I plead with you, just look into the water and see your true reflection. It is my prayer and blessing that when you look at your reflection, you will be able to see beyond imperfections and self-doubts and recognize who you truly are, glorious sons and daughters of Almighty God.
Wonderful. I've been asked to talk a little bit about on individual worth. You know, individual worth to me, I know I shouldn't pick favorites, but it's one of my favorite young women values. And it goes right along with divine nature. Because if I could somehow magically help each young woman understand how wonderful they are and how important they are and how much their Father in heaven loves them, I think it would transform their lives. Because the beauty about individual worth is you can all be separate and you can do and be whatever you want to be. And the idea that you're a divine nature tells you what your potential is. Because you can and will become just like your Father in heaven. So when I think of the world and when I think of all the things that they try to tell you what you are, I love the value of individual worth because it teaches you truly what you are, and that is a daughter of God. And there's nothing that you can do to hurt him or disappoint him. He might be sad, but he will always, always love you. And he will never take that love away from you. So I pray, like your parents and like everybody else, that you will decide that being you is valuable. And whatever you is the most important thing you can be. And don't try to be like somebody on Snapchat or on Instagram or all the other social media things that tell us we're supposed to be a certain way. Be a true daughter of your Father in heaven. Love people, take care of people, and be kind to one another. That to me is what individual worth is all about.
Okay, I was remembering, I think it was Elder Holland in a conference talk talking about the choir, and that reminds me of young women, you know, just the choir of the young women, and they're all singing their part, and when you put them all together, there's this beautiful harmony, and you wouldn't have that harmony if everybody was the same. It would be kind of boring, but it's so much more fun when everybody's singing their part and doing their part. And then you have this group that can do amazing things and just can spread the gospel and be great women, strong women with strong testimonies. I think it's awesome when we all, you know, do our own thing and do it our own way.
Well, to have everybody support you and you, everybody to support everybody in their own individual worth and appreciate them for them.
Yeah. One thing that's really touched me is going into all of your homes and hearing each one of you talk about the unique qualities that each of your daughters have, and how grateful I am that we are all unique, and how grateful I am that we are all unique individuals from the same loving Heavenly Father. I mean, could you imagine if we were all the same? I mean, it'd be boring. I mean, I'm super grateful that I'm different. And
yeah, and I see all the girls support each other in everything that they do, and they kind of help each other with their issues, their problems, and love each other. I see all of them loving each other.
So the first unique thing about Crystal that most people notice is her super curly hair. We have no idea where she got it from, but she loves it. Then she is a lover of animals, whether it's real or fictional. She loves all types of animals. And she also has the ability to sneak up on grasshoppers and dragonflies and catch them and put them in a box, or she puts them in a jar. She also is very loving to her brother Garrett when he needs that good buddy. She will play games with him, she'll go for bike rides. We just love having Crystal in our family. She has a very sweet spirit and she's very kind to those around her.
I love Natasha and the many unique things about her. She loves animals and she's good with animals. And I am more comfortable around animals when she's with me. And Natasha loves to figure things out. She loves to learn new things and she likes to teach herself new skills. She's always learning some new craft, and once she figures it out and she has it down, she moves on to another thing. She loves to work in the kitchen. She loves to make up recipes and figure things out on her own. And I love her smile and her spirit.
I like Natasha. She's great to be with. She's fun to play games with. I also, she's interested in tools and hardware and stuff like that sometimes too, which is cool. And she's self-motivated to read the scriptures, write in her journal, and she's great overall. And she's great fun to be with. And Katie already said most of the other stuff I was going to say.
She's very focused on studying the scriptures right now, and that's been a good encouragement for me to remember to do that.
So the thing we like about Ashlynn is she's really confident and she is always happy. And I've always said about her that if we had to send her off to college, even at age 12, if I had to send her off to college tomorrow, I wouldn't worry about her because she's extremely dependable and reliant. She does everything on her own and she's just one of those girls that's just easy to take care of and always happy.
The other thing that we really love about Ashlynn is that she loves to learn and to read, and she immerses herself in different types of reading, not only just pleasure reading, but things about history and things that happened in Germany, and she loves those things. And so she's kind of a person that loves to have lots of knowledge of different things, and it makes her really well-rounded. And we love that she seeks after things that aren't just common. She has to kind of work to learn new things, and we like that about her.
Tatum is amazing, and one thing I feel like is very unique for Tatum is she is driven toward righteousness. She wants to do what's right so badly, and she will work as hard as she can. And usually that's 10 times harder than anybody else that I know to do what's right and to make good choices. And she is amazing at that, and I've seen that she's been blessed by her Heavenly Father as she's put forth that effort, and it's been wonderful to see.
And I would say along the same lines that Tatum sets goals, and she kind of thrives in that environment where she wants to plan to do something and then will do whatever she needs to do to get it done. And I would also say that she is like a true oldest child. She likes to be an example and teach the rest of the family how to do things, and teach us how to do things because she knows we're not perfect. And she's a great addition to our family.
One other thing I would say about Tatum is just that she is so kind. She really cares about everybody. She wants to be kind to everybody. She has a special ability to reach out and to make people feel welcome. And I don't ever hear Tatum saying anything negative or bad about anybody else. She's always very positive and really sees the best in people, which is a wonderful
characteristic.
And she's very happy. She wants to have fun and be happy and, you know.
Makes other people happy around her because of that.
Yeah, for sure.
One of my favorite things about Grace that is a story I have to tell about her. When she was about 6 years old, we went to one of her aunt's softball games. And we were there, and she was 6 and she was doing her own thing. And there was another young girl, and there was a playground. And the other girl wanted to go, but no one else would go. And Grace walked straight up to her and said, "Hi, my name's Grace. Do you want to be my friend?" And then asked her to go play on the playground with her. And like, me and Stacy looked at each other and we're like, "Would you have done that?" And I was like, "No way, I wouldn't have done that." And she's like, "I wouldn't have done that either." And that totally is Grace.
To just go along with what Matt said, Grace has always reached out to others. She has the ability to help people feel better. She doesn't care who you are, what you look like, or if you're popular or not popular. She wants to be your friend, and she sees the good in people and lifts people up when she can. And yeah, we love her.
So Lauren is unique because she is several things. Well, she's an artist and she really good at drawing. She likes drawing animals and she loves all animals. And she's also good with music. She just has a kind heart. She just loves everybody and is kind of a peacemaker in our home. So that's why we love Lauren.
What I love about Bentley is she's determined and driven, and she's beautiful and has the biggest heart and thinks of others.
What I love about Bentley is that she never questions whether or not she should break her standards. She always holds them high, and she's always a wonderful big sister, and she is a huge help around the house.
Hi, I get the opportunity to be able to talk about my daughter, Catherine Harris. And I'm so excited because Catherine is just a ball full of energy. She's one that I have so much fun with. She's, all my daughters are daddy's girl, but Catherine's one that we really have a good time. Catherine's someone that when you say something different and unique about Catherine is that she's always has this little way that she's looking at everyone and kind of seeing where she fits in and kind of seeing where she can have excitement and some fun. But at the same time, what I think she makes her different is she's really, especially these last 2 years, she started to really be very mature. She's been doing a lot of babysitting, and she really helps out her younger brother and sister, help them go to bed and things like that. And where she helps me out is she always can tell what mood my wife is in, and she can kind of give me a little heads up on how I should treat my wife when she comes back from something and saying, "Hey, mom's in this kind of mood, you might want to be careful," or you know, to do these things. And so she's always helping me out, and so I love my daughter Catherine so much.
So, Meg Roberts, what can I say about Meg? From the time Meg was little, she was always happy, always smiling, always wanting to greet me at the door when I came home from work. So, Meg has a lot of unique qualities about her. If anything, she's always happy, always puts a smile on my face. So, she's talented with her music. Talented with guitar and singing and acting. And
You're stealing all my things.
that's the problem when I get to go first. So, but most importantly, I think Meg is beginning to understand that she's a child of God and that the Lord's becoming an important part in her life. So,
I love most about Meg that she is quick to forgive, that she doesn't hold a grudge, that she's kind to everyone, and she's easy to love.
Ashley is a wonderful daughter. She is a great big sister and also a good little sister to her big brother. And she is talented and a wonderful musician, and it's fun to see her dedication to developing her talents.
So I'm talking about Jane, and Jane is the kid at home that if I'm sick, she's the first one to come up and bring me a blanket or bring something to me. Or one time I came home and there was a Kleenex and a little pack of Tic Tacs and a drink of water. And if I have a cold, she's always the first one there to take care of me. She's really inventive. She, when she was little, we always made a joke. I have this cake tester that I bought from Pampered Chef. And it was always missing because Jane had found 1,400 uses of the cake tester of what it would fix and what it could do, and it was bent and it was always missing because she had a use for that cake tester to fix something in the house. And she really likes to draw. She's really clever. We'll put paint in front of her or drawing, and she's a pretty good artist. It's fun to watch what she comes up with. And I think the fun thing about talking about this is I was thinking today, how it's exciting to see how Heavenly Father's going to use their talents and all the young women's talents to fulfill their purpose in life. That every single one of the girls have a reason that they're here and a purpose to fulfill. And President Irene in the lesson today said that he knows that Heavenly Father is so anxious for us to return home to Him. And I know that He's so anxious for these young women to return home to Him. And yeah.
Morgan is an absolute joy. She's incredibly driven. When she sets a goal, she does everything in her power to get that. She is incredibly amazing. We are blown away as parents. She is the type of girl that will do anything for you and is always eager to help when she can. I am so lucky that Morgan picked me to be her mother because she's a wonderful example and she has qualities and represents the Savior very well, and I'm proud to have her as my daughter.
Jaden's individual worth that's unique about her is that she is so sweet and so kind, and that she worries about other people and really takes it to heart some of the problems that other people have. And also another one is that she loves science. Science is her very favorite thing, and right now she's taking AP Science and thinks it's the most fun class ever.
Yeah, Jaden, I think two things that make your individual worth unique. One is that you're loyal and that you stick up for people, and that's really a good quality to have. It makes you a good friend. But also, you're just fun. And so I don't know every girl that can backpack, spot a rattlesnake, skin it, and find a butterfly knife all in one trip, but you seem to be able to pull it off. So we love you so very much.
About Hanna. Hanna's very unique. She's very, very sassy. She's fun. She's very smart. Driven. She hates to lose. She likes to win at everything she does. She
likes to try lots of different things. Likes to do archery. She likes to do, what are the other things she likes to do? Theater, singing. She just cooking. She was always doing new recipes and cooking for us all the time. So
she'll do the ukulele and sing along all the time.
Self-taught on a lot of this stuff. So
yeah, just goes on YouTube and learns her own songs. And what else do you want?
As far as
pretty, she's cute.
Big help around the house. We love her. She keeps us on our toes. Can be a little fiery, but we like that about her. We wouldn't change that. So
she's a good driver. Likes to
drive.
Drives her brother around. How about that? Sweet.
My daughter Brooklyn is beautiful and amazing. She is always there to help me no matter what I need. For example, this morning she was making us breakfast. She's a great cook. She's very smart. She loves to dance. She's just a beautiful soul, and I love her very much.
Kate has always been so kind. I think more than anything, she cares a lot about other people. Always has been aware of the feelings of others and interested in their personalities and who they are. She's always loved music. She's really pretty clever and pretty quick. Sometimes sarcastic and funny and joking. And she has been always great to have around. She's been one of the easiest kids to raise by far.
Olivia is a very loving girl. She loves to make friends with everyone she meets. At one time we were at, what was it? Restaurant.
Oh, well, we've been at
Chuckarama, and she was about 5 years old, and we'd all left, and we were outside, and we're like, "Where's Livy?" And we went back in, and she was there talking to two grandmas, a lady that was in her 90s and her daughter in her 70s, and they were just chit-chatting away, and she just always had a really sweet spirit about her for meeting people and making people laugh, and her big eyes and smile. Ever since she's little, she's always been like that. Really friendly.
My mom always says she makes everyone happy. I remember a time where one of her friends was dating a boy, and they had broken up, and all her friends went to hang out with this boy, and she didn't have any friends. And Livy went and was her friend and listened to her and helped her out. And the girl felt really bad and was crying and everything, but Livy was there for her and helped her get through it.
Okay, so I am going to share about Sarah, my daughter, and she is different and unique in the fact that she is super kind and always generous to everyone that's around her. She's always happy in the morning, which is unusual for a teenager. I always just go get her up and she just gets right up, even if she's tired, and she's always kind and she always helps everyone around the house, and she is a joy. Sarah is a joy. She's a joy to be around. And I think that's a really unique thing with teenagers in this day and age, that they get such a bad rap, but I think Sarah is a real joy to be around, and I really love her.
Haley is a very special daughter. She's very kind and loving and considerate of others. She's probably, out of all of my kids, more tender-hearted like I am, and she just has a great spirit about her and has a great testimony, and she loves participating in seminary and church activities, and she's been on EFY trips a couple times, and she has really gained a testimony of the gospel and makes me really proud.
All right, Sarah is awesome. She is very kind to others. Last year she won an award for her track team, where she was building up the team and helping to encourage them and she won an award for that. She one time got in trouble in her choir practice because the choir teacher wanted them to, all of the sopranos, altos, to all practice their B's or something, practice some certain note. So Sarah turned around and said, "Come on guys, we got this." And the teacher didn't know what she said, and the teacher thought she wasn't paying attention. And so the teacher said, "Okay, Sarah, you do it." Anyway, but Sarah's pretty awesome. She has confidence in herself, and she's nice to others. And
yep. Another thing a couple things that I think is really cool about her is she's very loyal. She's you make a friend with her and she'll be friends with you for life. She'll always have your back and watching out for you, and has a concern and a love for other people. She's just genuine that way, and very forgiving, because I'm kind of an ornery mom sometimes, and she's always quick to forgive me when I get irritated or blow up or whatever. Anyway, so she's a really great daughter that way, because she's really good at just bringing happiness into our home.
And she's a really good aunt to her nieces. Even though her nieces love me, or my granddaughters love me so much more than everyone else.
It's true.
Sarah, somehow gets little Ava to give her kisses when Ava won't give me kisses. Anyway, so Sarah's just a really good aunt.
She's fun, happy person.
Caitlin, I think everybody needs a Caitlin. Caitlin has always been a peacemaker. She is very family oriented. She's the type of kid that would rather be home than out with her friends. She is extremely athletic. She plays water polo. She's on the swim team and is currently enjoying her first year of cheerleading. She keeps up her grades. She is a wonderful big sister and even a better little sister. She is a joy to have around, and we love and appreciate all she does for us in our family.
Well, we really love Rachel. Having her in our home, she's
quite a light and brings a lot of light and love to our home. We love her artistic abilities. She's brings a lot of joy to us. She's a very good example to those around her, and we know she tries very, very hard to do what's right and live the gospel in so many ways. She goes to the temple. We're very, very proud of her. She does a lot of great things.
And she's also a planner. She's our one child that plans things out way in advance, and gets frustrated if things don't go as she's planned. But she's a joy to have in our home.
She brings a lot of good spirituality and does a lot of fun things too. She's always doing something crazy, and that really lightens up our lives and brings a lot of fun to our home, which we always like, because we have fun in our house every day.
Yes, we do.
So Allie is, she's a happy girl. She is one who is a social bug and draws people to her, and she in return loves to do things for others. And she's a very driven girl, so when she makes her mind up, she goes after that and doesn't quit. She has goals that she wants to accomplish, and she works towards those goals. But
first thing that comes to mind when I think about Mercedes is her tender heart. She's always been tender-hearted. She is a peacemaker. She is always including the odd man out. Mercedes, she's a friend to everyone. She is, and especially I like how she includes maybe kids that are disabled or has disabilities. She's always aware of them and always does really well with them. She tends to stay back and doesn't like the limelight. She is always trying to make others shine in front of her, which I think is a really good attribute. She is kind and tender-hearted, as like I said, tender-hearted is the first word that comes to my mind, and is unique and special to our family and to everyone that she meets. And so we are so grateful to have her part of our family.
So I got asked to talk about Megan, my Megan. Some of the earliest memories I have of Megan is friends were always important to her. Even when she was little, she always just wanted to be out playing, and she just was full of life and excited and always wanted to be doing something. And that hasn't changed a lot. Friends are still very important to her, and you know, she's awesome girl. I like the times that I get to spend with her, and whether it's just me and her talking while she's eating Chick-fil-A at the dinner table after work, or you know, if we have a daddy-daughter date or something and spend a little bit of time together. She's fun to talk to. She's got a good sense of humor, and you know, I can joke around with her and be sarcastic, and she keeps right up. And my dad's a kind of a funny guy and likes to tease, and she gives it right back to him. She won't let him tease her at all. So Megan she's awesome. I love her, and I'm so glad that she's my daughter. And I look forward to the relationship I get to have with her, you know, for the rest of my life, and just hope the best for her.
Mikkel's signature trademark is her hug. She's always been a hugger, but her hug is more than the physical embrace.
No, it kind of embodies who she is. She just really connects with people. She's very sensitive with people, and she just really loves people and loves life.
People are important to her, and she is their biggest cheerleader.
So it's kind of interesting because she was born on Valentine's Day, which is like perfect because that's the holiday of love, and that's really kind of who she is.
And very tenderly, we've always felt like Mikkel is a gift to our family. She came at a time that was real critical and brought with her all that we needed. We can't imagine our life without her. As a matter of fact, my daughter says to her, she's like the jam to our peanut butter sandwich. She's so sweet and tones down the nuttiness of the rest of us.
She absolutely loves Disneyland, and it's the happiest place on earth, so why wouldn't she, since she's one of the happiest people on earth, which is pretty awesome. And if you've ever been around Mikkel, you know that she is singing all of the time. She knows the words to more songs than anybody I could think of, like thousands of songs. She knows every word.
Okay, ready, David? Do this. This is our signature. I do this, and then or she'll do it, and then what do we do back?
I don't know. Oh, she's got it down.
Yeah, we love her.
We kicked her out.
Yeah.
When she was little.
Uh-huh.
Neely, who? We don't have a daughter named Neely, do we?
No, we have mostly boys. I don't know who Neely is.
Can't we just talk about Colton instead of Hanna?
We only have 3 kids and they're all married, so.
Allie? How do you spell that? I don't know who that is.
Is that the one that's just kind of going and coming with friends?
Yes.
Kind of
might be.
upstairs, downstairs, here and there?
Oh, did you find me a Bentley?
She moved away.
Morgan Jewelers, Morgan, like the city Morgan that we go to.
Other days, you don't know she's here because she's glued to her phone Snapchatting.
There's somebody who sleeps upstairs all the time named Megan.
I think Tatum's Hudson's sister, right?
Hudson's sister. Oh, you're not.
Hudson's sister.
Oh, the short one.
What daughter? We only have one daughter. It's Noreen. What? Catherine? Sarah? We don't have what? Noreen's our only daughter. When we have one child, Colson. That's the only child we ever talk about because he's on a mission.
Yeah, but Jaden, I haven't seen him for a while. I haven't really seen that child.
Wait, we had another kid.
We did?
That's right. She lives here. I remember this now.
Oh.
That little boy, Jaden.
That little boy, Jaden. Oh.
Sarah?
You mean our adopted daughter?
The adopted one. That's
Oh.
right.
Like she was here once.
Like, could you hold up that cue card? I can't remember what we were supposed to be saying. So who did you want us to talk about again? Lauren?
Who's Lauren?
I don't know. And who was the other one again? Ashley?
So Mercedes. See this girl? That's Mercedes. Yes, Mercedes. Mercedes. Whoops. Mercedes.
Ashlynn, is that? Ashlynn, is that the one we picked up at Walmart? That girl on the blue light special?
Yeah, she was on clearance. We kind of felt bad for her. Nobody was feeding her, and she was kind of like playing with her hair and like pulling it. And
I thought we sold her to the gypsies.
They wouldn't take her.
So, crystal, isn't that something you find in a rock? I don't know if I've...
Grace? Who is this Grace you're talking
I
about?
think it's Grasse.
Is that the Italian pronunciation, Grace?
Grasse? I've never heard of her.
Never heard of Grace.
Well, I'm not sure what you want me to